Shalawam, shalawam. First off, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash. I want to give double honors to the elders of GMS who do rule well. And I want to say shalawam and salutations to you, Ahchyam, out there pushing this truth across the four winds in sincerity so we can seal the elect and make it to the kingdom and get the hell out of Babylon. It's your brother Yahawah. Like I said, a student here at GMS, specifically the brothers at GMS Fortress here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And I was just driving this morning on my way to work, and obviously doing the Lord's work is more important than this carnal work here, this slavery plantation work here in America for Esau. So I was listening to the radio, which I hardly do, through the spirit. I actually caught a what is that, a news topic about Don Lemon here. Okay, you know CNN and Don Lemon. This is supposedly a black guy. Jake. So-called Negro. And he works for the news. And I mean, brothers, you already know the news is total BS. Sometimes you get some leads, you get some good leads out of the news. Just keeping your because the Lord said that we're supposed to be watchmen. So it's good to be circumspect of the news. But to also dig out the meat and throw away the bones, per se. So yeah, this is Don Lemon, okay, over at CNN. It says Don Lemon says the biggest terrorist threat in America, okay, is white men. All right, and this doesn't come as a surprise to the men of the Lord, So to the hopeful elect, this doesn't come as a surprise. But it was quite funny though when I actually heard the story. So I'm actually gonna read the article, maybe play the video here so you can actually hear him say it, and bring out some precepts. And Lord willing, this is edifying to the body. All right. So it says CNN's Don Lemon said, people need to realize that white men are radicalized to the right are the biggest terror threat to the country on Monday night. And I mean, he's right. I mean, not even just to this country, but to this planet, man. Esau, since he has been born, man, has been, the border of wickedness, man. And if you don't know, Esau, Edom, okay, it is the Edomites, man, okay, that is spoken about in the Bible. All right, so let's actually get that. Here. So this is Genesis chapter 25. I'll start at 23. All right. And the Lord said unto her, okay, Rebecca, all right, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. Okay, so these are, so-called twins, okay, but these are 2 different manner of people, okay, these are 2 different nations, okay, so these are 2 separate spirits, all right, and the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. That's right. So one nation is going to be stronger, okay, in all different, all around, okay, going to be stronger than the other nation, okay, and the elder, so the one that's born first, okay, shall serve, okay, is prophesied to serve the younger, okay, the one that comes out second, right? Verse 24. And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. Okay, so when she had the children, okay, All right. And the first came out red all over like an hairy garment. And they called his name Esau. All right. Let's see if we can go into that. Well, never mind. I'll actually save that for another lesson. All right. So we know today, you know, not to be silly. Okay. All right. That white supremacy has set up this these so-called color grids when it comes to nations. Okay. To keep everyone separated, you know, and to keep us from our true identity, okay, which we are the Hebrew Israelites, okay, the seed line of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, all right, the princes of power, okay, all right, which is the so-called Negroes, so-called Latinos, and so-called Native Seminole Indians, okay, all right, we are the children of the Most High, all right, no other nation is given the promise, okay, and the covenants, okay, and the law, statutes, and commandments, but our people, okay, no one but our people, all right. And because we didn't follow those laws, statutes, and commandments that the Lord that our God has given us, okay, we have been cursed, all right. That's why we go through hell, you know. But you must bear your cross, come back to who you know, so like you come back to who you are, okay, and know who you are, all right, and know the responsibilities that you have as a child of God, okay, all right. Now 2/3 of our people, all right, just like it speaks about it in the scriptures, 2/3 of our people are not going to get it, right. They're going to have to be destroyed, okay. They're going to have to be cleansed with nuclear fire, okay, along with the heathens and along with the Edomites, okay, the devil, all right. Only the elect is going to receive this message, okay? All right? All right? So, Esau, and I want to prove that Esau actually is Edom, okay? This is Genesis 36:8. Thus dwelt Esau in Mount Seir, okay? When you actually look up Mount Seir, that's an actual place, okay? Over in Russia somewhere. Salakia slipped my mind, okay? But you Akim can look it up, you know, and that's why actually it's called the Caucasus Mountains, okay, and they actually, you know, they actually still have it standing today, you know. You Akim might want to go check that out, and you know, thus giving them the title of Caucasians, okay, because they come from the Caucasus Mountains, all right, they're cave dwellers, okay. They're vagabonds, okay? They have no home, all right? That's why they call themselves pilgrims, per se, you know? All right? But it says, thus dwelt Esau in Mount Seir. Esau is Edom, okay? So the Edomites, okay, a forefather is Esau, okay? All right? So, getting back to this video here, I'm actually going to play the video.
Extremist that was doing bad things in the name of hate.
Yeah, and then now another one. And you have all of them in a row. And, you know, we messaged about this a little bit this weekend. I keep trying to point out to people not to demonize any one group or any one ethnicity, but we keep thinking that the biggest terror threat is something else. Some people who are marching, you know, towards the border like it's imminent. And when the last time they did this, a couple hundred people came and they, you know, most of them did get into the country. Most of them got tuckered out before they even made it to the border. So we have to stop demonizing people and realize the biggest terror threat in this country is white men, most of them radicalized right to the right. And we have to start doing something about them. There is no travel ban on them. There is no ban on, you know, they have the Muslim ban. There is no white guy ban. So what do we do about that? So, and first of all, let me just say this. Maurice Stollard is the name.
I mean, he's right, you know. He's right in the sense of, you know, and you know, he's watering it down. You know, he has to water it down for his for the elite, you know, his bosses, all right. that he works for, you know, and not just white, you know, so-called white men, okay, not just Edomite men, but the whole nation of Edom, okay, the so-called white men, women, and children, all right, they are the terrorists, okay, they are the true terrorists, all right, they are your enemy too, okay, thus saith the Bible. All right, the Lord told us who our enemies are, and the Lord also told us through in the scriptures to never trust our enemies. All right, not like Don Lemon. Okay, so you know, like I said, you know, him making a statement, you know, I mean, it might be a big shocker and you know hold weight to everyone else. You know, it really doesn't, but you know, it just adds to the point, you know, that the men of the Lord are making on the highways and hedges, you know, every week, you know, and through these lessons, you know, that I'm pretty sure many of you bump into, you know, via internet, you know, specifically YouTube, all right? That the so-called white man, women, and child are the devil, okay? And they are the identity extremists, okay? Because they call themselves white, okay? Which means pure, right? Honest, you know. They're none of that. They're complete opposite, man. They're dark, right? They're the border of wickedness, man. All right? Let me get that. All right? This is Malachi. This is Malachi chapter 1, verse 4. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. Okay. And they shall call them the border of wickedness. That's right, man. So like the people whom the Lord hath indignation forever. Okay. Forever. Okay. So that shuts down all of you, you know, so-called Christian pastors that says anybody can get into the kingdom of heaven, you know. All of you different groups, you know, scoffer groups, you know, what is this, James White the Edomite, I actually call what is his name, well, I actually call him Post Malone, but you brothers know who I'm talking about, Mr. Malone, you know, just all of you groups, you know, that's putting out that false narrative, like, you know, because you don't understand the scriptures, okay? The Lord said he reveals his secrets to the prophets, all right? You can't be a prophet unless you are an Israelite, okay? And on top of that, you have to be a part of the hopeful elect, okay? The 144,000 men and the 1/3, okay? All right? But, you know, Esau is the biggest terrorist. And I actually wanted to go down a list that I actually wrote out as soon as I heard this story, you know. And I mean, it's not a big list, you know, but we know that the list is actually big, you know, so big, you know. I mean, the Lord said, you know, the sins of Edom, you know, the sins of the wicked, you know, have reached the heavens, man, you know. So that's a long list, man, you know. That's a long list of terrorism, man. All right. A long list of wickedness, man. All right. And remember, Esau, the so-called white man, woman, and child, are the border of wickedness, man. Okay. Matter of fact, let me grab something really fast. It's a lot. It's like, bear with me. All right. Call all Yahawashi the water. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 58, verse 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. That's right, man. You know, they go astray as soon as they are born, speaking lies. That's right, man. And the border of wickedness is Esau, okay? Esau, Edom, all right? And Esau is Edom, okay? And Esau, okay, was born red, all right? These people aren't white, okay? These people are a derivative of the color red, all right? All right? Their blood shows that their blood is transparent. It shows through their skin, okay? All right? They are the weakest a creation that the Lord has ever made, okay? Here on earth, okay? All right? But they are the most wicked, all right? And they are estranged from the womb, okay? And they go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies, okay? So there's not a point in time where, they get trained or taught, to be a terrorist. No, man, they're terrorists and they're evil and they're wicked as soon as they come out the womb, man. All right? And I actually wanted to, I have a list here, like I said. I don't want to make this too long, okay? But, a list of so-called white terrorists, okay? All right? The Edomite terrorists, man, okay? Christopher Columbus, man, all right? If you Ahchyam, don't, really know the true story about Christopher Columbus, I suggest that you look up any GMS page, okay? Actually, going into Christopher Columbus, and do your own research, okay? That man was a flat out terrorist, man, okay? He slaughtered so many Indians, man. All right? So many, man. Okay? Raped, robbed, and pillaged, man. Okay? The Ku Klux Klan, okay? And we all know the history of the Ku Klux Klan, man. And guess what? The Ku Klux Klan is still standing today. Okay? And they're still killing today. All right? Next is Timothy McVeigh, okay? If you Ahchyam aren't familiar with that name, Timothy McVeigh was responsible. He was a so-called white man, okay? He was an Edomite, responsible for the Oklahoma City bombing, okay? Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold, okay? And these two so-called white men, okay, were responsible for the Columbine High School massacre, okay? Also, the Tuskegee syphilis experiment, okay? And you Ahchyam should know about that, okay? That's when the if I'm not mistaken, the basically the medical so like I can't really put it in words, but basically, the Americans, okay? The Americans did an experiment, okay, on so-called Negro men, okay, Jake men here in America, all right, by giving them syphilis, okay, and not treating them for it, all right, just to see what would happen, okay, which is ridiculous, man. That's flat out terrorist, man. That's flat out terrorism, man. All right. It's when one group of people, all right, attacks another group of people, man. All right, and that's definitely an attack. Okay. Another attack is Margaret's a singer, okay, which is a white woman, okay, a Shedomite, right? Which was the founder of Planned Parenthood, okay, all right. And in her own words, okay, to sum it up, she wanted to her plan was to was it black population control, man. All right, she wanted to perform population control on the so-called Negroes, man, here in America. You see. Also, the Tulsa Black Wall Street bombings, okay, where the so-called Negro community, okay, just said F it, man, and just started building up their own community, man, down in Tulsa, Oklahoma, man. Hospitals, grocery stores, just so many businesses. I mean, car businesses, well, you know, power plants. I mean, the list goes on and on. You brothers can look it up, you know. But you know, they came through. You know, the U.S. Army came through, man, and you know, just dropped bombs on these people, man. You know, which shows you that we are under the curses, man. You know, all of that. You know, well, we're gonna. You know, and that's what really bothers me with the Emotep Pan-Africanism, okay, movement, all right? Because you ask them, they'll tell the men of the Lord that we don't have the answers. Then you ask them, okay, so give us an answer. How do we help our people? How do we help rebuild our people? You know, and the first thing they want to do is run to Esau's financial system, man. We need to build our people up financially, start owning businesses. And are you serious, man? Newsflash, man. It's not going to work, man. It hasn't worked, and it's not going to work, man. Number one, because we're under the curses, okay? All right? We're under the curses, man, for not listening, man, okay? For not coming to the Lord and not following his laws, statutes, and commandments, man. All right? So it's not going to happen, man. All right? The curses will be broken once the Lord returns, okay? And prophecies are fulfilled, okay? And one of the prophecies, okay, is that this place, okay, so-called America, right, is going to go down, man. Okay? And ultimately is going to be desolated, okay, by nuclear fire, all right? And the chariots and the Lord, all right? So, Lord willing, you, Ahchyam, were edified, you know. Yes, the biggest terrorists are not the Muslims or any other nation or any other group of people, okay? The biggest terrorists on the planet, okay, and history proves it, okay, is the so-called white man, woman, and child today, all right? Which is the Edomites, okay, biblically called the Edomites, all right? And Esau is Edom, all right? And they're not white, they're red. They're derivatives of red, all right? Pink, you know. Lord willing, you Ahchyam, were edified. I want to say, call Halal, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash, okay? Shalawam, and Abba Ball.